さてじゃあこの後ですけれども、今度はグローバルプロボノトークということで、タップルートファウンデーションのリズ・ハンバーグさんに来ていただきたいと思います。こちらのタップルートファウンデーションは先ほども言いましたように、世界のプロボノをリードしている団体なんですね。ですので今その世界でプロボノがどうなっているのか、タップルートは今どんな取り組みをしているのか、こういったお話を聞いてみたいと思います。
もうすごく興味あります。
はい、じゃあ早速じゃあリズさん登場やってみましょう。
すみません、恥ずかしいけどプレゼントがないんですけど、ごめんなさいね。皆さんこんばんは。リズ・ハンバーグと申しますが、ニューヨークのタプルートから行きますけど、これからごめんなさいけど英語でお話しします。So, from now on, I need your help, please. So when Taproot first started about 14 years ago, when you said the word pro bono, most people thought just of legal and lawyers. And our founder, Aaron Hurst, realized that, as you've been hearing from so many different countries around the world, that nonprofits really needed help with so much more. They needed marketing help, they needed help with human resources, they needed help with IT and HR, and the list went on and on and on. So Taproot was founded with the mission of driving social change by mobilizing, leading, and engaging business professionals in pro bono. And we do this by what we call doing, enabling, and inspiring pro bono service. So you'll probably recognize this one. One of our first programs and our largest program and our oldest program is the Service Grant Program. And that's what we've been doing for over 13 years. And that is a project-based program. We work with between 4 and 6 teams of 4 to 6 people, business professionals. And the projects are typically about 6 to 9 months long, working in those 4 areas, in marketing, HR, IT, and strategy. But more and more, we realized that in order to reach a lot of nonprofits, because there are hundreds of thousands of nonprofits in the US, we needed to do more. And so we started enabling companies to do pro bono on their own by developing customized programs for large American companies. And then we also realized that both our consultants and our pro bono professionals and the nonprofits wanted shorter projects. So we started doing what we call done in a day. So these are short-term projects where people get together in one room, typically from 4 to 8 hours, and they are solving problems right there in the room. And the program that we just added, and if we have time tonight, I'd love to share it with you, is a brand new online program. We just launched it last week. It's called Taproot Plus, and it's like online dating for pro bono. And the last piece is inspire, and that is the work that we're doing to really encourage other people around the world. So everyone in this room and so many different places around the world now to really do good, high-quality pro bono. And so we're doing that through a couple of different events, including Pro Bono Week. It was just last week, again, all over the world we celebrated, as well as the Global Pro Bono Summit. And that is with our partners BMW Foundation, and that's actually what brought all of us together today. And our last piece is also very, very exciting, and again, one of the reasons that we're here with you this week. My colleague Joel is also in the room today and has been traveling around the world, was just in Singapore a few weeks ago and is off to Korea, I think, in another couple of weeks. But we have made a real commitment at the Taproot Foundation to really build the international pro bono movement. And so we've just put more resources in and dedicated people within our team to working with all of our international partners to make sure that we're building high-quality pro bono around the world. So just very quickly, I want to share with you some trends that we're seeing in the US happening in pro bono. The first one is that volunteerism is increasing. And we're seeing this both within companies as well as within business professionals. And we recently partnered with LinkedIn to develop a program for them where if you go onto LinkedIn, you can actually check a box to indicate that you're interested in doing what we call skills-based volunteering. And since that turned on about, I think, 9 months ago now, they have over 2 million people, about 2.5 million people who've checked the box to say that they want to volunteer their skills. The second trend is about demand for increased engagement. And if you, what we call Gen Y, so wakamonos about in their 20s are now coming into companies and saying that they really want to work somewhere that has made a commitment to give them the opportunities to apply their skills. So, and just briefly too, about 70% of employees said that they really do want to work somewhere where they feel better about working somewhere in companies that are committed to this kind of work. The next trend is, again, one of the reasons that we're all here today, is there's a global need for pro bono. We are getting requests every single day from, I think we're up to what, about 20 different countries who have said that they would like our help in trying to build pro bono programs. So this is happening around the world. We're part of a much bigger movement now. And we're also seeing these requests coming from our multinational partners. So we're working with about 50 large American Fortune 500 companies, and so many of them are saying, you know what, I can't just do this program for my employees in the US, I need to do it around the globe. And finally, again, you heard tonight that we're not just working with nonprofits and NGOs, where all of us are starting to work with social enterprises, with small businesses, and we need to really think about how to provide those kind of skill-based volunteers to organizations beyond just the traditional NGOs right now. So I know I need to finish up, but just very briefly, I want to share with you this map. So these countries in orange are all the places where we and our partner BMW Foundation have partner organizations, global fellows as we're called. The blue are areas where we've gotten requests, and they're countries that want to join this movement right now. Our goal is to have this globe filled in the next time that we all meet together. And just finally, before we wrap up, I just want to share some of the global work that we're doing. As I mentioned, one of our terrific partners is BMW Foundation. For the first 12 years of Taproot's history, we really were focused on the US. And in fact, when Ikuma-san, Saga-san came to San Francisco for the first time, I think it was 10 years ago, it was, I think, our first international visitor. And we had a wonderful visit with him, but we really had to say, I'm so sorry, but we can't really help you very much. And then we had our friend from China come, also thanks to HP, and we said, we love having you here, but we can't really help you. And so now, for the very first time, with our new strategic plan starting this year, we have put people into place, and we've made a commitment to make sure that we as Taproot can support our international partners through things like the Pro Bono Summit, local summits that we're doing, as well as consulting work and providing materials and sharing best practices with our international partners. This is our Taproot Plus, which is our new online service. And with that, I'm going to say thank you very much and good night.
ということで、プレゼンテーションここまでで、終わりました。本当に今日はもうなんか短い時間にごめんなさいっていうぐらいたくさん情報を詰め込んでしまったわけですけれども、いかがでしたか。
いや、本当素晴らしいですよね。伺ってると地球という一つのなんていうのかな、国というか家族というか地球人としてやっぱり手をつないでいくと、いろいろ国によって歴史とか慣習とか文化で格差はあるんだけれども。ね、グローバルに本当に考えていかなければいけないなと思いますね。そうですね。
でやっぱりサービスグラントはアメリカのモデルをね元に立ち上げをしたんですけど、やっぱり今世界各地でいろんな動きがあって、それ多様なものが広がってるから、ますますねこのアメリカのモデルもそうだし、各地で広がってるアジアのモデルもそうだし、そういうものをどんどん取り入れて。
そうですね、正直なところ日本はまだプロボノという言葉もまだ浸透していないと思うんですよね。だから本当にこういうところから発信していくっていうのは大きな力になるなと思いますね。今日はユーストしてないのかなとかと思ってみました。
そうですね、今日ちょっとユーストはしてないんですけど、YouTube には今日の
載っけるんですね。
はい、
いやそうなんだ。はい。
ということで、はい、今日はですね、こう2時間ご一緒に東さんにいろいろコメントいただきながらご一緒していただきました。じゃあ今日東さんにも拍手で今日お礼を申し上げたいと思います。
はい、ありがとうございました。とっても勉強になりました。楽しかったです。ありがとうございました。